Well, hello everyone and good day. I am happy today to say that we have JR with us for an interview. And JR is from the Dallas area and he's quite an esteemed doctor. You know, he was an ENT and now he's a wound care specialist. That's really, really cool. And he has a good background for nutrition as well. And so I'd like to ask you today, JR, how did you get involved in LiveGood?
Well, LiveGood appealed to me because of the structure. I'm not new to network marketing. My wife and I did Amway for 30 years. And so the Nutrilite product line and things like that we were quite familiar with was something that we stuck with a lot. And but it's interesting that 3 days before my sponsor in this LiveGood project happens to be Tim Miller, and we had been connected in another network marketing program, and I had not heard from him in quite a bit of time, and I just asked my wife if she wanted to renew for the 31st year our Amway membership, and she said, "But no, I think we can let that go." And 3 days later, I get the link from Tim to watch the 5-minute video, and I said, "Whoa, this is amazing!"
Wow!
And I just said, "But this is what we've been needing forever, for 30 years."
Oh, wow!
And so I immediately started sending the link out to people that I knew would never even listen to me about network marketing and Amway especially. And they just said, "Hey, this is different than anything else you dribbled on me." I said, "Well, yeah, that's true. And that's why I sent it to you." Because it is different. So
that's great. So when did you join LiveGood then?
A week within the pre-launch. So December of 2022.
Oh, right. Excellent.
I mean, it was a week after the pre-launch started. And then that's when I got the link from Tim. So 15 months, I've been involved pretty much through. There were about 2,000 people involved when I joined.
Okay.
And, so that was very early. I kind of progressed pretty quick and got to silver. I'm running for gold, and that's the issue is the duplication, and so I've literally, the people that I sent my link to, including one of my older siblings, who would never really look at much that I would say about network marketing. It was 6 months later, I get a call from her. This is my oldest sister, and she said, "Did you send me a link?" I said, "Yeah, 6 months ago." She says, "Okay, I'm ready to do that." And then I had even my daughter, who, obviously she's been around us, while we were doing Amway, and she literally was so much involved because she always liked to be around the adults. So here she's 4 years old, and we'd call her into the kitchen if we were visiting with a couple and say, "Jordan, tell these people how they'll be successful at this business." She said, "Well, you just don't buy from yourself and show somebody else how to do that." And then she'd turn and run away. and they said, "Wow, she knows that. She's 4."
Yeah.
So she calls me up about 5 months or so. Of course, she's a millennial. She's been searching. In fact, she started my Facebook page. My wife and I both, when she was in college, she was home for a holiday. She said, "I need to set your Facebook page up." I said, "Facebook? What is that? And why would we need that? That kind of thing." She said, "Oh, that's kind of how we'll communicate." I said, "Don't you have a cell phone? You can call us when we need to communicate with you." She said, "Oh, Dad, I'll set it up." So she was the reason that I have a Facebook page. So she
that's great.
Me about 4 or 5 months into LiveGood, and And she says, "Hey, I've been looking at your Facebook post. Is that something I could do?" I said, "Can you?" I mean, so that's the kind of energy that I think we will see happen, and I'm willing to dribble on people ad nauseum, just because this is such a good idea. My wife kind of laughs at me because usually at the end of any post, I'll say, "This just makes good sense."
Oh, I love it. I love these stories. It's fantastic. So, what products are your favorites?
I started. It's interesting that one of my vascular surgeon colleagues, my wife had taken ill, and he said, "That's probably a lot of stress for you," because I was working full time at that time. Now back down to, I'm on my victory lap now, so I'm not working as much. And he said, your magnesium level goes down with stress. Now he just said that out of the blue. We hadn't talked about nutrition, although we've talked about nutrition when handling mutual patients, that I'd refer to him who've got a blocked artery or something. That's why they couldn't heal their wound. And he'd fix that. And then he would, make suggestions about nutritional supplementation for those patients too. Now we're mutually involved. So he just says to me over the phone, he said, "Yeah, J.R., I think you need to be on magnesium, and you need to be on magnesium glycinate." This is long before I even heard about LiveGood, and so I went to the pharmacy and got some magnesium and started taking magnesium, for sleep and stress and all these things that you sort of don't even pay attention to when you're kind of a caregiver. You're a caregiver and you're concentrating on the person that you're taking care of and not really thinking about, whether you have ice cream on your shirt or whatever. So it was, and so we've evolved to where we did multivitamin. My wife was doing collagen anyway. She was a gym rat. She was, taking the collagen that they're advertising on the TBN network, and there was a doctor there who was, pushing his collagen product. She was paying an arm and a leg for this collagen, and so it was an easy transition to just substitute, LiveGood's collagen, and then we started with the creatine when it was available. And so we've got about 10 products that, super red, super greens, all of those just made sense. And my wife was doing smoothies anyway with her collagen. So she just had some extra stuff to throw into the soup, and just made smoothies. So she makes smoothies, and we just drink the smoothies with all the products in there. And it just works great. I mean, it tastes great, and all the things that Lisa says on her product webinars, Zoom calls. I mean, it's all of that is well supported. The science is there. If 71 to 75% of people in the United States, even I don't know about Canada, but in the United States, they're buying supplements anyway. They're buying something. It's so easy to start a conversation with people about whether they supplement or not. And of course, I have to do it just as part of my usual routine with patients, just trying to get them heal and collapse their healing time. And when, just to be able to talk about something other than Ensure and Ensure Plus and Boost, it's kind of exciting, but again, I'm having to bite my lip and bite my tongue at the same time, because I can tell them to go get magnesium glycinate at the pharmacy, but I know in my heart of hearts they're paying more than they need to pay for that. I just had a patient yesterday ask me, 2 days ago, ask me, just right out of the blue. I mean, it was like the wife was with her husband. Husband is the patient, And she said, my skin is just really thin. And then he said, yeah, I want to take something. Where can I get collagen? I said, well, if I told you, I'd have to kill you, I didn't say that, but the one, if I told you the one that I take personally, my wife and I, then it would be a conflict of interest. But let me tell you what to go look for. That's sort of but that's always a frustration. I've had many people who knew I was a physician all of these years, and they would come up with and I've been out of the box for a long time and been with networkers and things like that. So they'll have some juice product or something that comes along that I'll get a call on, but I'm limited in what I can do, and I'm such a worker bee that 7 to 7 was kind of my workday schedule, and it was only after that hour that I could literally be able to build any network interest or build a side hustle. But I've always wanted to. I mean, I've never been against it. Just had to turn down things because my plate's just so full. I like to do things for the benefit of it and not just say I'm in something, to make a business card out of it. So, so that's kind of my. It was very easy for Tim to sponsor me. I mean, I guess that's why he sent me the link. I didn't pose any resistance there. I mean, and of course I'm sort of an atypical doctor in the sense that I did climb out of the box. I mean, I cut the duct tape and climbed out of the box and decided that there was more to life than just doing my square job.
Yeah. Right. Well, I consider myself quite well versed in health and wellness, but I had not heard of methylene blue until I joined LiveGood. And I'm loving that product. I do take it every second day. I do mix it with liquids like water and juice and stuff like that because I find the taste not very nice. But I'm making sure that I get that, and my brain is on fire. I love that product. I am so glad that LiveGood has it. Are you taking methylene blue?
I've not done blue. I've had some neighbors of mine, who've asked me about it. I mean, I have friended a lot of my neighbors in lieu of prospecting them directly. They'll just see, what I'm doing, and they'll comment, and then they'll start asking questions about, hey, look, I saw that you got these health and wellness products. You don't have this methylene blue and all, So I get conversations about it, but I've not done it personally. That's one that I have it in my drawer right here.
Right.
And I've not done it yet.
Well, that's what happened to me. I had purchased it and I tried it once, and then I kind of forgot about it. And then I started learning more about it. And then Ryan would talk about it, right? Dr. Ryan Goodkin. And so I really got to get onto this. And then, my husband did it as well. And we're like, wow, we're doing every second day. And, when I first joined LiveGood, I actually didn't buy any of the products for a couple of months. I got in for the opportunity, but boy, now that I love the products. I'm constantly doing orders. I'm telling everybody that they got to try this, that, and the other. And the price is I'm just thrilled that we have something that is such a great Costco-like membership. I'm just thrilled about it. And I love that I was able to chat with you about it and hear your stories and what you're using and stuff.
Well,
and I can't wait. Go ahead.
The coffee I really love. In fact, I got up this morning for an early breakfast. I have a group of guys that we all ride the same kind of motorcycles, and so we get together for breakfast a couple of times a week, and I don't even drink the coffee at the restaurant. I just wait till I get back home and drink my organic coffee, because I just think that it's more, it's cleaner. Coffee has got so many chemicals in it, and And my wife loves Starbucks, and I guess if she does her smoothie, she's winning points that way, and she can fall off the wagon and buy a Starbucks every once in a while.
Oh, yeah, we keep the coffee in the house for all guests that come in. That's what they're getting. And I'm actually able to say, this is an adaptogenic, healthy coffee. And some people are using it for weight loss. I have a lady on my team who all she's done is super red, super greens in the coffee, and she's dropped 35 pounds.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, getting that nutrition up. Well, this has been fabulous talking to you today, JR. Thank you for coming on. Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you so much. So I've been able to, this past weekend, we had a couple of diamonds come in the DFW area. Kelly and Jesse came, and we got a chance to meet, and my daughter went with me too, so she got a chance to meet, and so it's just so heartwarming and real to meet people who you just kind of see on the Zooms, and you hear their explanations of things, and you hear their stories, and that's what I'm convinced that facts tell, but the stories actually sell the idea. So if we tell enough stories, people will one day realize that they have a story in them as well. And
yes,
part of their story will be their resistance to taking the step and joining us, because this just makes good sense.
Absolutely. And are you going to Vegas?
I'm going to have to stream it.
Okay. All right.
But that's my plan. I won't make this trip, but I'll make a subsequent one. So, but I know you guys will have a bang up time out there. But this one,
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's good. All right. Well, you have a wonderful day. Thank
Very
you
good.
so much, JR.
Thank you so much for the invite. All right.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.